Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P on the corner, in the corner. What? Check it. Errol Spence Jr., Carlos Ocampo, I'm back at you with it. Check it, man. Errol Spence Jr. is 5'9.5". We know that. He has a 72-inch reach. Yes. But Carlos Ocampo, man, I am finding a lot of trouble looking up how tall he is. But if you just look at the young man in reference to the face-off with him and Errol Spence, man, he looked pretty tall. And then we don't know how long his reach is. But check it. I was just looking a little bit, man. Errol Spence Jr. been fighting tall. You know, the last couple taller guys he fought Chris Algieri, who is 5'10", and he was 21-2 when he fought him. Chris Algieri was, and then he fought a guy, Alejandro Barrera, who is 5'11", and when he fought him, Alejandro Barrera was 28-2. So you know, he fought, you know, two guys who had some pretty decent, racked up pretty decent wins that were pretty tall. But guess what? He knocked them both out inside of 6 rounds. Listen, he knocked them both out in round number 5. You know? So Carlos Ocampo, man, you know, it's kind of hard, you know, when you're looking up on that Mexican circuit to find a lot of information. And I found a guy that Carlos Ocampo fought that was around 5'10", which, you know, is around what Errol Spence Jr. height is. He was 19-5. His name was Daniel Echeverria. He had 17 KOs though. He was 19-5, which he lost 5 fights on that Mexican circuit, but he had knocked out 17 out of 19 guys, you know what I'm saying, that he beat. So, but the guy he beat by unanimous decision. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I don't know a lot about Carlos Ocampo, but I know a lot about Errol Spence. Listen, and I'm going to tell you this right here, man. Y'all already know who Errol Spence is and what he's done and what he's capable of doing. You know, if you ain't got a high knockout ratio, man, look, this the thing with Errol Spence that I have seen so far in his career. And what it looks like, it's no blueprint to beat him. He undefeated. But this is the thing. If you don't hurt Errol Spence, he is going to walk you down. He is perfect at cutting off the ring. He is perfect at bringing the pain to you, at walking guys down. And this is the thing, man. Y'all already know he ferocious to the body. And you know, if you can't do something to negate that ferocious attack to the body, you know what I'm saying, and him coming forward, if you can't hurt him or something, man, it might be night for you very early. Now, you know what I'm saying, and I don't know, man. I've been trying to keep away from it because this is the thing. A lot of people been talking about Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford, and you know, that's a fight that, hey, look, everybody want to see. I know I would love to see it, but we know that's on the horizon. But you know, just thinking clearly, man, and thinking with sense, people who follow the sport of boxing, who know, you know, the lingo and everything, that fight is not gonna happen, you know, basically anytime soon. It's not gonna happen next, you know what I'm saying, obviously, for obvious reasons. Y'all see how Terrence Crawford had Benavidez on his undercard, you know, and Benavidez been trying to get that fight, and you know, that was alluded to by some of the commentators on ESPN. So I'm almost pretty sure Bob Arum, you know how they do it, Top Rank, you know, they like to keep it in house, you know, as much as possible. So you know, I'm pretty sure they go make that fight. Anyway, I don't want to talk a lot about Terrence Crawford. This is Errol Spence week. But what I'm saying is, this fight is not going to happen anytime soon. But, man, that might be the only person that could do anything close to making Errol Spence think in the ring, you know. But also, Terrence Crawford has to prove himself. I know Jeff Horn he's very limited, and that's something that Errol Spence even said. He alluded to that fact. He say he was asked, you know, commentators was asking about, somebody interviewing was asking him about Terrence Crawford. He said, hey, he did what he was supposed to do against a limited guy in Jeff Horn, which is correct. Jeff Horn is very limited. You know, the only thing that was to be seen about Terrence Crawford against Jeff Horn is, will his strength come up with him, and, you know, as well as his power punching. And, you know, it looks as if it did, because Jeff Horn bullied around a smaller Manny Pacquiao, but he couldn't bully Terrence Crawford. So, you know, that just proves, you know, the guy's strength is pretty real at 147. So, you know, but anyway, that fight is down the line, man. And I don't want to take up a lot of time. This is, like I say, this is Errol Spence's week. This is homecoming week. You know, so we got plenty of time to talk about that fight. You know, maybe next week after this fight is over. But I'm just, the only thing I was just making this video because it's hard to find out exactly how tall Carlos Ocampo is. But I really don't think that matters. Terrence Crawford has fought taller guys. I'm saying Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence has fought taller guys, and he was fine fighting taller guys. But the thing is, those taller guys were not able to do anything as far as hurt him or make him feel like he's in any danger and have to really think. He just did what he usually do, seek and destroy. So I don't know what this guy Carlos Ocampo is gonna be able to do, but I guess we'll find out, man. It looked like the guy that I could find, you know what I'm saying, that was anywhere close to around what Errol Spence height was, because it looked like he's been fighting shorter guys. The fights I watched on YouTube was shorter guys that he was fighting, so that don't really tell you much. But Daniel Echeverria, he beat him, but he beat him via unanimous decision. And I didn't see that fight, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly how it went down, but I can tell you this. If he beat a guy that was around Errol Spence's height, unanimous decision, I'ma tell you the truth. I don't think he can beat Errol Spence via unanimous decision. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence go bring the pain to the man. I know that for sure. But anyway, I'm just having fun this week, man. This Errol Spence homecoming week. And I just want to honor that. The young man is very deserving because, hey, look, this young man is what boxing is all about. He ready to fight anybody in his path that you put in his path, and he's been calling out all these other champions before he was a champion. So, man, he want to fight the best, and when you hear him talk, he talk about being the best. He talking about unifying the titles. He's talking about becoming undisputed. And hey, look, Errol Spence is not a guy that just like to talk. So the few words he do say hold a lot of weight to me. Because when you hear a lot of guys that's like flamboyant and that's like they like to be in the media limelight, they like to talk, very charismatic, you know, with the media. That's not Errol Spence Jr. So when he say stuff, it's stuff that he really mean and that's heartfelt. And you could tell he not a guy. You know, you could tell he probably joke around every now and then, but he not the type of guy that's gonna just waste his words just saying stuff to be saying it. So when this man talk about unifying, I really believe him. When he talk about becoming undisputed, I really believe him. And I believe this young man is hey, look, he been the book. I don't care what nobody else say. You talking about Danny Garcia say, oh, how he the booger man? He the booger man because y'all scared to say his name. I bet you won't say his name 3 times in the mirror. I bet you think he go jump in the ring and beat the brakes off you. Listen, that's the kind of booger man he is. You know, you usually say, say Candyman 3 times in the mirror. But that's how these boxers treat Errol Spence, man. They scared to say his name, and when interviewers ask him about him, they go to, I'm not ranked in the IBF, all this here, man. You a fighter, man. You want to fight or what? But anyway, man, Errol Spence Jr., hey, look, he cut from that cloth, like I say, them 4 horsemen, them guys who ready to fight because they want to be known as the best boxer. They don't get in the ring being scared to lose. Oh, I don't want to lose no. They get in the ring ready to prove that they the best. and they know they gotta fight the best to be known as the best. But anyway, this Daddy P, man, y'all go ahead and slap the like button for me if you would. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time this thing go down. This Daddy P on the corner, in the corner, boxing Audi.